341 PM at FedEx Cup playoffs conclude this week as the best players of the 201,617 season compete in the Tour Championship. Who will be crowned champ? Each of the 30 players in the field has a mathematical shot at winning the FedEx Cup, but only Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, Dustin Johnson, Mark Leishman and Jon Rahm control their own fates. A win by any of them at East Lake Golf Club in Atlanta would seal the FedEx Cup victory. Our panel of fantastic golf insider experts have laid out the players they believe have a chance to win and others who could provide big fantasy point totals. Picks to win: Jordan Spieth. On Tuesday, he spoke from experience about the necessity to conserve his energy going into this final week. Spieth has both won the FedEx Cup and barely lost it, so he knows a little about what it takes. At number 1 on the points list, he could neatly wrap up the whole thing by winning this event, just as he did 2 years ago. After runner-up finishes in the first 2 playoff events, he says has hitting the ball really well again. That's enough for me to pick him on a course that perfectly suits his style. Jason Sobel: Jordan Spieth's had 3 top 10s in the playoffs and holds the number 1 spot in the FedEx standings. But beyond that, Spieth treats the Tour Championship like a major and is determined to win the FedEx Cup title again. Bob Harrod: Jordan Spieth this week will be another way in which Spieth can be compared to Tiger Woods. Jordan will be only the second man to win the FedEx Cup more than once, and, like Tiger, will have done it in a 3-year span. He loves this golf course and feels like he's ready to have a great week. That's a problem for the 29 guys here trying to beat him this week. Michael Collins: DraftKings value picks Matt Kuchar: backdoor Kuchar is back after last week's Sunday brilliance, and even though I expect the chalk to be heavy here, I think he's a necessity in GPPs because he's so consistent in every aspect of his game. I'm not expecting another top 5, but anything inside the top 12 is reasonable, and yeah, I'll probably need him to finish high in GPPs this week. Tara's pitcher Webb Simpson: in his 4 appearances at East Lake, Simpson has been able to finish in the top 5 twice. Since he changed his putter this season, he has been a much improved player and has 3 top 10 finishes in his past 4 events played. Simpson is an elite ball striker, and when his putter heats up he can contend in any event. Has an excellent value at $7,500 this week. Jeff Burgess and Russell Henley: after a week of Xander Schauffele chalk that hit, Henley should also slip in ownership, being priced right beside Schauffele. Much like Brian Harman, Henley is an excellent putter on Bermuda grass and tends to have his best performances there. He won at the Shell Houston Open, which is almost a hybrid, but is technically Bermuda. Adam Daly FanDuel value picks Patrick Cantlay: some people might prefer the variety of a new pick each week. I prefer the consistency of Cantlay, who continues to be an inspiration on tour this season. After 4 years, most would have expected some rust. However, Cantlay has been a model of consistency, and the playoffs have been no different, with 3 straight finishes of 13th or better to earn an improbable berth in the Tour Championship. The fields are getting stronger, but Cantlay is showing no signs of backing down. I think he steps up this week and gets his first win on tour on one of the biggest stages imaginable. Zach Turcotte: Justin Rose has really stepped up his game during the FedEx Cup playoffs with back-to-back T10 finishes at the Northern Trust and the Dell Technologies Championship, and then a T2 finish last week at the BMW Championship. This re-emergence of his earlices in top form, along with the top 5 upside he has shown at the Tour Championship here at the East Lake GC, makes him too difficult to ignore for only $7,700 on FanDuel. This is much-needed salary relief from a very talented golfer, and should allow for a few other top-tier golfers to fit in your lineup. Eric Dantift.